My name is Marybeth Brinkerhoff, and I am one of the campus ministers at the Rebels for Christ campus ministry, and I am a registered nurse in Oxford, Mississippi. And I'm going to talk to you today about how Jesus has changed my life. And one of the ways he's done that is by pushing me out of my comfort zone. So I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama, and I grew up in a very loving family. And I was the kind of kid who really liked to have rules and to follow them. and I saw things as very black and white. And one of the ways that God pushed me out of my comfort zone in that aspect was through two different mentors of mine while I was in the youth group at my church, Mayfair. And their names are Jenna Lupo, who's now Jenna Bell, and April, now Mosley. And they really showed me that through their lives that, faith and your relationship with God wasn't all black and white. And it wasn't all about checking these boxes, but it was intrinsic to who they were. It affected their relationship with Jesus, affected everything that they did, every interaction they had. And I didn't realize it as much at the time, but looking back and from that point moving forward, it was very transformational to me and to my life and into my faith and how I viewed my relationship with God. And so fast forward, and another way God pushed me out of my comfort zone was through my college decision process. I always thought that I was going to go to Harding University, which is a Christian school in Searcy, Arkansas. And then I felt something in my senior year of high school that was saying, Marybeth, try other places. And so looking back, that was definitely God working in my life. I toured UAB, Alabama, I used to be an Alabama fan, and Auburn University. And I loved my visit to Auburn so much. I loved the nursing program there. I met with the dean, and then my way out of town, my parents said, hey, let's stop by the Auburn Christian Student Center and just see who's there. And that was my first introduction to campus ministry. And I actually met who's now my mother-in-law, Mary Brinkerhoff. She works there, and she was there that day. And I just felt so at home, and I wanted to be a part of the community that was already taking place there. And so I chose to go to Auburn, but that was a really hard decision to make. It was scary and uncomfortable and really uncertain, but God helped me with that decision by using people in my life. My parents were really supportive, and actually I went to a Christian school, and my Bible teacher, Joanna Walker, really talked to me about it a lot, and she really pointed out ways that God was already working in my life and ways that God was working through this process and helped me come to my decision of going to Auburn. So I went to Auburn, and I had actually a pretty tough fall freshman semester. I felt very lonely and confused and homesick, and I just was so afraid that I had made this wrong decision. But I remembered that God actually had called me there, and so I decided to stick with it and stay there and to put in more effort because I knew that I was going to have to take action too. And so that's when everything kind of turned around for me. God, once again, pushed me out of my comfort zone. I am shy, I'm introverted, and I feel really uncomfortable going up to people, making those connections and those friendships, but I'm so thankful that I did. I'm so thankful that God pushed me there, and I've made lifelong friendships and connections that have changed my life for the better. And I got to stay at Auburn for my 4 years there and got to experience both Jim and Micah. I had two different campus ministers during my time there, and they have transformed the way in which I think and my faith and my relationship with Jesus, and just the importance that thinking through your faith really carries, and confronting yourself with those hard questions. And I am forever grateful for that, and for the relationships that I made there in that place by staying there, by God pushing me there, and for the way that mindset affected everything else I did in my relationships, friendships, life, personal life, nursing, everything. I met Ben there. We got married right after we graduated, or a couple months after we graduated. And again, God has been consistently pushing us into the unknown, into uncomfortable places. We have been married almost 4 years, and we have moved 4 different times to 4 different states, and it has been scary, and it has been tough and hard, and transition is hard, and change is hard, and meeting new people is hard. But God has been faithful, and He has, in each unique place in time, He has shown us so much about who we are. We have grown tremendously in each place to be able to be where we are at now, in Oxford, Mississippi. We are so thankful that we are here for so many different reasons, and I know, especially looking back, how God has been at work in each of those places, because we were uncomfortable and we put ourselves out there. God used that, and He equipped us. And even though sometimes I have had several thoughts of, I can't do this, or this is not what I should be doing right now. God has equipped me and provided and blessed each situation that we've been in different ways. And I never would have thought that I'd be in a place where I can be a nurse and in campus ministry, and here we are. And like I said before, it's crazy, it's scary, but it's worth it. And I am not perfect at it by any means, but Jesus is, changing my life by showing me, if I'm willing to put myself out there every day and put my trust in Him and put my faith in Him, that He will change my life and continue to do so. And it's not going to always look pretty, and it's not going to be instant, and it's not, always going to be super comfortable, but it's worth it. And so if you are watching this and you are coming to Oxford in the fall, you are going to have transition. You are going to have some scary, uncomfortable moments, but know that it is worth it. And it's just be open to it.